Okay, so with your your warm down, sorry, I really want to focus on some areas that will relieve a tight back. So you can also do the mobility flow video that I've got in there if you want like a slightly longer warm down. But this is going to really start to work on on the sides of the trunk, the quads, and just stretch out that lower back. So you're going to need some sort of soft ball. This is a lacrosse ball. It's hard, as in it's not going to, I can lay on it and it's not going to squish up. So it's not a foam ball, but it does have some give to it. Or you can buy these in shops, like a little massage ball type thing. Any sort of ball is fine. Tennis ball might be a little too hard, but you can work with a tennis ball. So, first stretch we're going to do is just to stretch out the side of the trunk. Just lay over a stability ball, the legs up to the side, and just really stretch out the side here, because it can really pull on the lower back. I want you to do this on both sides and hold the stretch for 32 seconds. I'm just demoing, but you would hold it for as long as you see fit. And you can do this sort of once to 3 times, and you can do as much as you want. I always find this bit of a warm down a little bit tedious, but it's going to be really important for you. Then we're going to do something that's called a glute smash. So this is where you need this ball, because sometimes the lower back can be tight because the glutes get weak and then they tighten up. So we can use this ball. I don't want you to think about hitting a certain muscle. I just want you to think about finding an area that feels like tense, and then just roll over it and just keep doing that. Usually you want to spend 3 to 5 minutes per butt cheek, but if you're doing it every day, you can probably get away with a minute or so. So the more you do it, the less time you need to spend. If you're only going to do it every so often, then you'd want to do it for a bit longer. So essentially, you just get the ball and put it in your glute, and then roll your body weight round, and then see I get quite tight up the top here. So you would just roll. It's like a self-massage, you would just roll on the areas that you're tight. You can do this as a warm-up to sort of activate and loosen off tight areas. So I tend to be fine down lower. For me, it's right up here, right up in the higher area of the glute. So you're just going to roll around right on the side. And you can also, if you find somewhere that's particularly stuff, you can just stop there for a while and hang out there. It's not particularly, it's like one of those sort of nice pains. It's going to be painful, but you might, it's kind of like nice but hurts. The other area, so I want you to do both glutes. The other area I want you to roll out is your QL, so your quadratus lumborum. And again, don't think about it too much. You want to try and come in from the side a little bit, and you just want to sort of find any tight areas. You might have to put your whole body into this. Just find any tight areas, just roll around, using your body weight. And just, if you hit like a sweet spot, just stay on it and roll out for a little while. I also want you to foam roll out your back. So basically just try and keep your spine straight as you do it, don't round up too much. And just go up and down your spine. You might feel a few cracks, that's fine. So you just, again, find a nice area that feels nice and just sort of roll over it. And then you can hinge backwards and forwards over the roller too. And with this lower back, you just need to be careful because obviously it's a bit more spinous there. But you can just roll out that lower back. It feels tight. I then want you to do some spinal mobilization. So I want you to do cat-cow. I want you to round up the back and look at that tummy button, think about the tummy button coming up towards the spine. And then I want you to think about lifting that coccyx to the sky and the head to the sky. And I want you to repeat this 10 to 15 times. I also want you to do a hamstring stretch on both legs. I want you to come lying. Put one leg in the air, hold either behind the hamstring or behind the calf, or not on the knee. Try and keep the leg straight. Just pull on the leg. You can also get your band and then wrap it around your feet and pull it back so it's easier to keep the straight leg position that way. I want you to do that on both legs. We don't want to exacerbate any back pain here, so as long as it doesn't hurt, keep your hands by your chest and just gently lift to stretch the back. If this aggravates the back, do not do it. Don't come up too high. And do it 2 to 3 times and hold the stretch for 15 to 20 seconds. And then to get into those hip flexors, I want you to come into a low kneeling lunge, try to make sure the knee's tracking behind the toes, and then I want you should feel a stretch down the sort of bent knee at the back, and then I just want you to pulse slowly into it. And I do 10 times in this normal position, 10 times with the arms overhead, and then 10 times laterally, and then repeat that on both legs. And that is going to be your specific cool down. So there's more stretches in the mobility, the general mobility, but they're the ones I want you to do to try and alleviate that lower back pain. If there's anything that aggravates it, just make sure that you stop. Enjoy.